Hi, it's Hoshi-chan here at the Anime on Location with Steve Griffin. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. So, how did you get started in the world of cosplay?
Well, it all started at, let's see, it would have been Wizard World Chicago. It would have been 2003. Would have been my very first convention. And I saw people in costume there, but never really thought anything about it. Loved it, but just never thought like, oh, these guys are professionals. They know what they're doing. That's not me. You flash forward quite a few years later to Gen Con of, I think, 2013. And then I started talking to people who were doing it and then realized, oh, these aren't professionals. These are just regular people. And I was like, oh, I want to do this. And so I went out and bought my first costume and then went to my first convention, which would have been Lexington Comic Con. And then the rest is history from there.
Cosplay in the making. So it says in your bio that you're a big fan of Batman and Daredevil. What drew you to those two characters?
It's interesting. Where I grew up at, well, at the time I grew up, I'm a little older than most cosplayers, but when I grew up, you didn't have comic book shops on every corner. You had like dollar stores, or mine was like a pharmacy. You walked in and you had this little spinning rack of comic books. And they had, a good selection of comic books, but the Batman covers and the Daredevil covers were always these really dark covers, and I don't know why, but they really spoke to me. So I would go every day after school. Even though I knew they came out monthly, I would go every day after school to check to make sure they didn't have new Batman or Daredevil comics. And I still to this day go out and look for new Batman and Daredevil comics. So those two always spoke to me.
That's dedication. So it also says in your bio that you've been to many conventions, and it was in 2013 that you really got started in cosplay. So what was your first choice, and how did fans react to that?
Well, I actually started building my Magneto costume first, but I think my Red Hood got finished first. So the one I wore to Lexington Comic Con, which was my first convention, was Red Hood, and I have social anxiety disorder, really crippling social anxiety disorder, and so my wife and I go to the convention, and I'm terrified, and I didn't really know what to expect, and then I walked in the front door and everybody was super cool. Everybody complimented my costume. They wanted to talk, and that kind of made me feel a lot more comfortable. And then I was just like, man, this is something that I want to do. So then I fell down the rabbit hole of I need all of the costumes, all of them.
Don't do it. It's a trap. So you're a big fan of positivity in the cosplay community. So how do you go about promoting that?
I like to put myself out there. I like to make it known that I have social anxiety disorder and depression issues. And what I try to do is I try to show other people that it's okay to have those things, and there's people out there that will either A, help you, or just, knowing that there's people out there that suffer from those things as well is important to help them put themselves out there and, step outside of your comfort zone and things like that. So what I like to do is I put those things out on my page, let people know, these are things I struggle with, and, you can do what I do too, just bite the bullet, do it. If you need help, I tell everybody, if you have questions, concerns, just want to talk, you can message me on my page, and I'm totally cool with, we're all a big happy family, and I like to try to keep that out there. I like to put it out there as much as possible.
Yeah, we got to do this. We're in this together, guys. We got to help each other. So in your time doing cosplay, you've acquired many skills, and how do those skills help you out in your day-to-day life?
I think probably the most is confidence. So before I got started in building my own costumes and stuff, I would always shy away from things that I thought would be intimidating to me. Since I've started building my own costumes and I've acquired skills to where I'm kind of learning on the fly, I've become more confident in my abilities to do other things too. So no longer do I second guess, I'll just do it. You know what I mean? So I think that's translated into my regular life because I take more risks on things that I may not be as comfortable with, just to see if I can do it.
That's a fantastic answer. Go back, rewatch that answer, and take something from it. So, you're also a gamer. What's your favorite game series, and have you done any cosplay from video games?
Well, like my favorite game currently, and it has been for a while, is Destiny. The problem with Destiny is, yes, I want to do a costume from it, but I can't pull myself away from it long enough to work on the costume. I started building a Titan. I've got the helmet finished. I started wiring the electronics into the helmet. And then everything else is just raw foam sitting on the floor in my basement because I finished the helmet and was like, man, I really want to go play Destiny. And then I just can't stop. So the reason I'm so behind on my costume building is thanks to that game. So it's a love-hate relationship.
Again, don't do it. It's a trap. So how do you feel being a part of Animatic's first year and the message that they support?
I'm extremely honored to be asked to be here their very first year, especially considering, it's not all cons do what Animatic Con is doing, where it's, for a good cause. So to be able to be a part of that and to try to help out in any way I can was a huge honor for me. I hope to be able to do it again and again and again. I hope that other conventions take this as an example where they want to do more to help their community and people who might need it.
So, is there any social media platforms that you would like your fans to know about?
You can follow me on pretty much all of the social media sites. Just Griffin Cosplay is on all of them. So, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Griffin Cosplay. That's it.
Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you very much.
You heard it here first. See ya.